Hello and welcome to the Outside Line podcast. I'm Peter.
And I'm Emma.
And we're here to talk about all the serious and silly aspects of Formula One and other motorsports. So Emma, what are we doing this week?
We are reviewing the entire season in Formula One.
Yeah.
Just Formula One.
Yeah, just Formula One. I was thinking I wish we'd done one for IndyCar or whatever, but that can be a preview or something later.
Yeah, one preview. Yeah.
But yeah, it's a long old F1 season. Started 16th of March, ended 7th of December. So
very long.
Yeah, a long old season. Quite a few things happened, but we've tried to distill it down kind of into more bite-sized chunks. So hopefully we'll make our way through it. But we should start with our sort of weekly noise section.
Yes.
And we didn't cover it, or we sort of alluded to it in our Pedo Awards. But Helmut Marko is also gone from Red Bull.
He is.
That was another surprise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's finally been let loose. So we'll see. I hope that Seb takes the job.
Yes, that would be nice.
That would be so nice. And I think it would be a more nurturing environment, let's say.
Yes, but I'm sure the proper motorsport men will be like, no, you can't. You know, you need the evil bastard driving them.
No.
Anyway, yeah. So that's big shake-ups continue at Red Bull.
Mm-hmm.
I also wanted to mention that we found out that people are already cheating for next year. Did you read this, or did you see this?
A little bit. I saw a little bit of it, yeah.
So supposedly Mercedes, and I think they said Red Bull Ford, that they've done a little trick in their engine where, it's supposed to be a certain size, but then when the FIA only specify what size it has to be at room temperature, and they've designed it in such a way that it's, the volume increases at the temperature at which the engines run. And so they've got an advantage over everybody else, and everyone else is crying.
They've seen that they tried to close some loopholes and stuff. So, but this is how it works, right? This is how F1 works.
Exactly. Yeah.
Is that the FIA put out their technical guidelines, and they all find a way to cheat them.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how it's always been.
It's always been like that. Yeah, and anytime the rules change, that's just going to happen. But it might be that we just get a season where, it's just the Mercedes engine is good and everybody else is bad, and then they all, copy the cheat next year, or the FIA rules it out for the next years. Yeah,
it's more likely that the FIA rules it out and closes the loophole.
I mean, it's clearly not what they wanted. It's just they wrote it in a dumb way, so... Yeah.
Which always happens.
Exactly.
Because they do find ways to get around the wording. Yeah. It's very clever the way they do it.
At least it's Mercedes, and, they'll be supplying 4 teams next year, so at least we could have 4-way fight instead of,
True.
If it was just Ferrari. Oh no, if it was just like Honda or something like that. But anyway, yeah, so the shenanigans have already started, and the excuses have already started from Ferrari. So we also saw the shit Max logo. I presume you have opinions on this.
I'm just sad.
To lose the 1, or that it's just...
Well, I'm sad about losing the 1, but I'm sad that it's just the 3.
Yeah.
Because that means I've got to buy more merch. Because all the merch I've got is out of date now.
That's what he wanted.
I know. An opportunity to sell.
Strategic loss of championship.
And also, it just makes me miss Danny Rick. Because that means that Danny Rick's really not coming back.
Yeah.
That's sad. But oh well. We move on.
Yeah, so let's do our F1 season review 2025. What I thought we would do is we would go through the season chronologically, but kind of break it into kind of chunks of like 2 to 4 races, just to kind of make it a bit more manageable. Then we would go through each team and we would say yes or no, or good or bad season. And then at the end, we'll try to think, how will the season be remembered? If you look back in 20 years, what do you think people will actually remember from it?
Okay.
Let's start with the first 2 races, which was Australia and China.
Yes.
I thought we'd start by talking about all the rookies.
So many rookies having a terrible, terrible time in Australia.
Yes.
Bless them.
So who will we start with first?
Isaac,
yeah. So poor Isaac.
Crashed on the formation lap.
Exactly, and was very upset, got comforted by Hamilton's dad.
Lewis's dad, yeah.
So, yeah, not a good start for him.
In comparison, Helmut Marko was like, he's shit.
Yeah.
He shouldn't be making mistakes like that. And then Anthony Hamilton was like, no, give him a hug.
Yeah.
And I think Helmut changed his tune after that.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
I mean, I reckon, I don't know. I wasn't around when he was like, I wasn't watching F1 when, he was discovering all these new talents or whatever, because it seems to me he's just, he got lucky once with Max and he just has this old school view of...
Seb,
yeah.
He discovered
I guess,
Seb.
yeah. That's what I mean. I don't really remember that.
There was a list of, like, all the talents he'd kind of scouted for Red Bull, and there's quite a few big names on there.
Yeah.
Wemmy. So, he's brought up a lot of people from karting days and stuff, so it's like, he is good at his job, and I do think he does find good talent and things like that, but I think the way Red Bull is and the way he is, it kind of is the opposite of what you want in a sort of mentor figure.
Yeah.
For young boys, I think. He's apparently quite scary. Alex Albon said there's lots of stories about him not sleeping because he got a bollocking off Helmut Marko and stuff. And, that's not a nice environment. I do think if the ideal person to replace him would be Seb, just because he would be the exact opposite.
Yeah.
And, I think Isaac's done better because he got that hug off Anthony Hamilton.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Yeah.
So then next rookie I thought we'd talk about is Behrman coming into Haas. And he ends up starting last in Australia, but then managed to score points in China. So,
yeah,
kind of tricky first race, but then kind of into the groove.
Well, I think also with Australia, it was raining quite a lot. And I don't think many of them had a lot of rain experience. Let's say, especially in F1, because in FP1s and stuff, if it's going to rain, you aren't going to put a rookie in.
Yeah, not an ideal start for them.
Yeah.
Except Antonelli, he had the same sort of thing. So he went out in Q1 in Australia, but then sort of bounces back in China.
Yeah.
So not so bad. Then who else? Well, Doohan, we don't have a whole lot of time to mention him, but
Jack Doohan.
He didn't have a good Australia either, I think.
He didn't have a good any of the races he's been in or subsequent testing that he's been in since.
Yes.
Poor Jack Doohan.
Yeah, not ideal. Yeah, so I said he did okay in quali, but then got sort of knocked out of the race. So not the way you wanted to do your home race. It's funny that later, Bortoleto, he doesn't have a good home race either. So
no,
maybe it's a curse we didn't realise.
These first two races, we also had Liam in the Red Bull.
Exactly. So Lawson, he only gets these two races. It's brutal, and he doesn't have a good time.
No. Liam
has a very bad start, and Yuki in the Racing Bull, he qualified P5 in the first race, so
yeah,
it was really I mean, with hindsight now we know that
it's the car,
but it was like for Liam it must have been just so really traumatic that I mean, I think they did kind of promote him too soon, but they really didn't want Yuki in there, it seems.
Yeah, they really should have put Yuki in there, but I understand why they didn't want him there, because he's not very good.
Yes.
So
I think also they were worried that if they put him in there and he did well, it would be hard to swap him out later.
Yeah.
So that's why they didn't promote him. But so Liam, he'd had 5 races the previous season, 5 races the season before that. It's not. I mean, I'd still even classify him as a rookie, really, even though he's not officially one. But I mean, it's not quite enough. I mean, I don't know. If you haven't had a proper season, basically, you're essentially kind of a rookie, I think.
Yeah, but, I mean, when the seasons were only 10 races long, you had people
who
did full seasons. I don't think he was technically classed as a rookie.
No, he wouldn't have been. But,
it's I think it's 2 races, isn't it? So even Ollie Behrman wasn't technically classed as a rookie.
Yeah.
He should have got more than 2 races.
Yeah, I think maybe they just wanted the publicity for Japan of getting Yuki in. Maybe they thought that would be some good PR.
Well, they should have just fucking put him in from the start instead of messing about and putting Liam through that.
Yes,
but whatever.
Anyway, then another point is that Ferrari, they looked pretty terrible in Australia. Then Hamilton wins the sprint in China, and you're like, oh?
Which no one ever mentions, by the way.
Is that sarcastic?
No, no, I mean it. No one mentions it. People are like, oh, he's had a shit time this year. It's been awful. And I'm like, he won the sprint race.
Yeah, but, I mean, it's not
I know
really...
sprint races don't count,
yeah,
but you can't say he's had a completely shit year, because he did actually win a race.
A sprint race, yeah.
Yeah, but a sprint race is still a race.
Yeah, well, this was like false dawn that you kind of you thought maybe Ferrari have sort of got it together, maybe Australia didn't suit them, but then they both got disqualified in the actual China race. So
yeah,
yeah, that false dawn was very quickly extinguished, and then it has been pretty much just misery since.
It's been misery since then, yeah. But I do think that people who aren't mentioning that are being a bit,
Yeah, but again, the season's so long that, I might have forgotten it as well if I hadn't gone back to look at what had happened. So in the kind of real championship, McLaren continued their good form from the previous year and were like clearly the best. So Lando won in Australia, and Piastri got the pole and the win for the first time for him in China. So the McLarens just look completely dominant.
But we did also see Oscar getting stuck in some grass in Australia, which made me laugh.
Yeah, so my note there was like, it's funny it happened. Where was it? It happened again was it Brazil? Basically, Oscar took exactly the same line as Lando, but Lando got away with it.
Lando got away with it, yeah.
And Oscar ended up spinning out or crashing out. So he did not have a good Australia.
No.
But he bounced back pretty quickly, and it made us think, okay, maybe he's going to be in the fight. Maybe, Lando's not going to have it all his own way. So that was pretty positive. And the last thing I have from Australia and China is Alonso. This was the start of his bad luck. He's the most unluckiest driver ever.
Yeah.
He was already in the second race, he was having bad luck. So will I move on to Japan, Bahrain, Saudi and Miami? I've grouped all of them together.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It is a lot. And as we said, Lawson booted, demoted down, well, demoted in quotation marks, down to Racing Bulls, and Tsunoda promoted for Japan. Yeah, Doohan, unfortunately, he crashed in Japan. This was really...
With his DRS,
still
open.
He forgot to turn it off, it turned out. And
yes.
Yeah, I think this might have been the beginning of the end. He lasts these 4 races, but just, it's just compounding, especially because they'd signed Colapinto earlier, so he was always hanging around. And I think they were just waiting. When have they given Doohan enough kind of rope to hang himself, basically?
Yeah, well, wasn't it because he did the last race of the season before, didn't he?
Yes.
He replaced Ocon.
Ocon, because Ocon was moving on.
And they basically said you get 5 races.
Yeah.
Including this one.
Yeah.
So they were always going to replace him.
Yeah, it was stacked against him. As soon as they signed Franco, it was only a matter of time. But, he didn't help himself. He didn't help himself. Yeah.
He's still not helping himself, poor Jack.
Yeah, I don't know what he's going to be doing next year. Just
probably nothing.
Nothing. Oh dear.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't give him if he crashed 3 times at the same corner in the same weekend.
Yes, in Super
I
Formula
would not
testing.
be offering him a seat in Super Formula, to be honest.
That's right. Yeah. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he really has a bad time in Japan, it turns out.
Yeah.
Then Japan, Max won the race, and so we're thinking,
in the white Red Bull.
Oh, I don't remember that, but yeah.
The beautiful white Red Bull, yeah.
Oh, nice. But I was thinking, he's back in this. He could be in this. Mm-hmm. This isn't just going to be McLaren. This could be interesting. But then Piastri won the next 3 races, so suddenly it didn't look like... and Max didn't even get a podium in those, so... he did. He did in Saudi. So, yeah, there was a brief hope that Max was going to kind of get stuck in.
Fight back,
but, this first half of the season maybe wasn't the most kind to him. It was funny, I also noted that Norris, he made a mistake in his pit box where was it? In one of these, in Bahrain. Yeah, and I thought this might be the start of, the tape gate.
The tape, probably.
So
that probably would be it.
So maybe McLaren started putting the tape after this, And then once Red Bull realised, they started trying to take it off, and so this could have been where it started. Yeah, it was just funny that that he made that mistake. Miami, we also found out that Max is a DILF now, as noted in our very first episode.
As noted, that was our first podcast. Was Miami.
Yeah,
that's where I've got the note that says George's eyes are so big, like an anime girl.
Yes. Yeah, George was sniffing around these races as well.
He was, yeah.
It's basically him, I mean, getting ahead of ourselves, it's basically him and Leclerc are the only other ones who kind of regularly get in podiums, apart from the big three. Yeah, Lando starting to wobble, as I said, Piastri won these three of the races here. Lando even crashed out in Saudi in the qualifying. It's the start of Lando's kind of dip, so that's starting to happen now. And we also see Kimi Antonelli. He got a sprint pole, so he was looking really impressive.
Sprints don't count.
Yes.
So.
Well, they do for rookies. I count them for rookies.
Do they?
Yeah.
Moving the goalposts all the time.
Yeah. So he had a really impressive start. I'd kind of forgotten that because he also has a dip. I mean, getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, he has a dip.
He was looking very impressive. Also, this time, this was when Hamilton started. I think maybe it's clicking with him that maybe Ferrari is not the best working environment, and this is when he started getting his cheeky radio messages. Do you remember when?
Yes, have a cup of tea.
Have a cup of
tea while you're at it.
And then they're like, signs closing on you, and he's like, "Do you want me to let him pass too?"
Yeah.
So yeah,
poor Lewis.
It must have been dawning on him at this stage, this early in the season. It's like, what has he got himself in for? But we did see a very happy Hamilton during the Lego race in Miami.
Yes.
It's the only time I saw all of the drivers actually look happy. So.
Even Lance Stroll.
Even Lance, yeah.
Even Lance was happy. Oh.
So that was...
I missed the Lego race. They should do another one.
Oh, I'm sure they will, yeah.
They should do it every year.
They should do that instead of sprints, actually.
Lego car race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shall we go on to the next section of races?
Yeah.
So I've grouped together Imola, Monaco, Barcelona and Canada.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, big changes at Alpine. Doohan kicked out, replaced by Colapinto.
Yeah.
And Briatore is back somehow.
Yes, somehow.
Which is incredible.
Well, he was kind of back anyway.
Yeah, but now he's sort of allowed on to... what was he, like, banned from the racetrack or something? But now he's...
He was banned from the paddock.
Yeah.
He was banned from the paddock. He was banned from working, I think, in motorsport. And then he got that overturned, so... Yeah. Now he's allowed back in.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But Colapinto, yeah, he crashed in his first race back as well. So,
yeah,
a trend that sort of continued. Maybe Colapinto wasn't a great replacement for Doohan as they thought.
No, I'd written, welcome back, Crasher Pinto.
Anyway, we also saw, Max had some interesting moments here. He had a really nice overtake on Piastri in Imola. I think I can kind of remember that one as one of the best. And then, of course, in Barcelona, he has his incident with George.
The incident with George, yeah. So less good.
Both sides of the Max coin. So he ended up winning that race in Imola. So keeping the wins ticking along. Yeah, what he did in Barcelona was just insane. Just crazy thing to happen. And he's forever going to be reminded about that, I guess, because in principle it did cost him the championship.
Did kind of cost him, but not
really.
So did a lot of things. It's 2 points.
Going through the season, you see so many little things like tipped it like towards Lando or hurt Oscar. Just there was all these like tiny little moments which they were insignificant at the time, but then because it was so close in the end that they all mattered. Oh, yeah, in Canada, of course, Lando crashed into Oscar the first time we got some papaya on papaya action. But he didn't seem to face any consequences. Because we later talked a lot about consequences.
Yes.
But I think it was because he damaged his own race, really, and it didn't actually affect Oscar. So we at this stage, Lando, he's not having the best time. He did win Monaco, but that was his only win in this set of races. But Piastri also, he only won one of these. He won Barcelona. So, yeah. And Russell, we have to mention Russell, like the only other driver apart from those big three who won a race. So he won Canada. So you gotta give him a little bit of praise. I know you don't want to. I know you don't. Well, we can give Antonelli some more praise since he got his first podium in Canada.
He did.
So that was really, really good for him.
Yeah.
Oh, and I also wanted to mention that Stroll teased us that maybe he was going to quit F1 and go away. Because he couldn't be asked. He couldn't be asked taking part in Barcelona because. Yeah. Is this because he got angry and punched the wall? Is this incident?
That was the rumor was that he punched someone.
Yeah.
Or something and hurt his hand. But then Aston Martin were like, "Oh, he's been struggling with it for 6 weeks."
Yeah.
But we could have done this for conspiracy because he decided that the best time to call out of work sick for his hand that has been bothering him for 6 weeks is when he happened to be where his surgeon was. So, yeah. A man who probably could buy half the surgeons in the world can't just, we'll just wait till I'm in the area when I go, like, instead of, going there at any other time. But yeah, apparently he'd been suffering with it for 6 weeks or something.
That's what they claim. We'll move along then. We'll get up to the summer break. So another 4 races, which were Austria, Silverstone, Belgium and Hungary. This is the point in the season when Toto is going mad trying to sign Max. And Max is just getting surrounded by reporters and he's just it's a big circus. And in the end, nothing happens. But there was a couple of weeks there where, I don't know, did you believe it was ever going to happen?
No, I never believed it.
No.
I never believed it.
Still might happen.
It was overhyped. I mean, maybe now, or maybe once we see how the engines and stuff do next year. But also, I think if the Red Bull isn't very good, I think Max is more likely to just retire from F1 and go do something else.
Yeah, I think that's. I think
rather
you're right,
than jump to Mercedes. So, yeah.
Anyway, that was fun. Then, yes, in terms of the championship, Lando. So they brought new upgrades to the suspension, I think, in Canada, and everyone was saying how much these new upgrades favour Lando over Oscar.
Yeah.
Or at least Lando gets along with them much better than Oscar. Oscar even, I think, declined to run them at the start.
The start he was like, "I'm not doing it."
But in the end, they were so much faster. So in this set of 4 races, Norris really comes back. So he wins Austria, he wins Silverstone, he wins Hungary. Big comeback for Lando.
Yep.
But there was a few times where, Piastri, if you remember, he had that stupid penalty in Silverstone for
it wasn't stupid.
Meaning?
It wasn't a stupid penalty. He did a stupid thing, but the penalty wasn't stupid. He deserved it.
Yeah, well,
he deserved the punishment.
Yeah.
I don't think it was stupid.
I don't think it was worth whatever, like a 10-second penalty or whatever he got.
10 seconds. I think he deserved to be disqualified.
Yeah,
so,
okay, fine.
We all have different opinions.
Anyway, he got an unnecessary penalty. Anyway,
yeah, because he did an unnecessary thing.
Yeah, he shouldn't. I mean, fine. So he got done in Silverstone. Basically, that gives Lando the win, and then Lando got this win. I think it was in Hungary, where Lando had a very bad start, dropped a load of places, which kind of meant that McLaren had to gamble on strategy, and they put him on. Yes. They put him on this hard strategy, I think, and paid off.
Put him on the one stop. Didn't they?
Put him on the one stop, and it paid off big time because he won Hungary. So, I mean, really.
And everyone said that they did it on purpose and they sabotaged Oscar on purpose, but there was no way that Oscar could make a one stop work because he'd pitted earlier.
Yeah, because they told him to pit.
Yeah, but that, Yeah, there was no way that they could have rescued it.
I'm inclined to believe that they.
Yeah.
Because they never get any practice on the hard tyre, so they never knew. But still. Yeah. Anyway, it was just roll of the dice. I mean, luck of the draw that Lando got the better strategy there. But it did mean that, he won these 3 races out of these 4, but not really. It wasn't dominant, right? I mean, it wasn't that. He didn't win them from pure skill alone.
I can't believe you've skipped over the most important thing that happened.
Well, there's a few more things to come.
Mm.
I think you're going for the Hulk Hulkodium? Is that what you're...
Hulken podium.
Hulken podium, yeah.
Yes.
So that was, yeah.
That's the most important thing that happened.
Incredible. I forgot. Oh, I've
So
already
good.
forgotten how many races it was, but
like 300 and something.
something crazy before he got his podium.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
Still great. Still amazing.
239 starts.
That's the one.
Yeah, crazy. But yeah, everyone so happy for Hulkenberg to finally do it.
Apart from the two McLaren boys who ignored him on the podium.
Yes, yeah, that's true. Oh, also this time Horner finally sacked. We did cover it in in one of my favourite moments of the season, the funniest moments of the season in our Pedo Awards. But
yes.
So Horner finally got the boot because as we said, Max wasn't in the conversation at this point. That Red Bull had really dropped off.
Mm-hmm.
Then Leclerc, he got a pole in Hungary, so I mean I think he's really getting the most out of that car. It does not look good, that Ferrari, and I think Leclerc's doing amazing things with it. And he didn't get a win this season, but I thought we should note that he did get a pole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's I also was going to mention that kind of the last couple of races we're seeing the kind of rehabilitation of Liam, that he is kind of, after the trauma of being in that Red Bull, he's kind of getting it together now, and
he found his place.
He seems a lot happier, or at least a lot happier with the car, and he's able to get stuff out of it.
Yeah.
Good. Anyway, we come to the summer break. I think at this stage, Piastri has a pretty big lead. Not crazy, but over Max it's a crazy lead. Over Lando, it's not that much of a lead, really.
They're still quite close.
Yeah, I mean, it can change race by race. If we go into the next block, I've put Zandvoort, Monza, Baku, and Singapore together. And of course, in Zandvoort, that's where Lando had his car trouble.
Yes.
And he didn't
his
finish.
Car just didn't work, and he sat on a hill and looked sad. And I was there also.
Sat on a hill looking sad.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And he looked at me. So that's probably why his car exploded.
Yes, it's the curse.
That was my fault, yeah.
You're just putting curses on everybody.
So many curses. Yeah. Spreading curses around for everyone.
Yeah, but Lando is not... this section isn't that great for him. He didn't...
No.
He had... he didn't win any of these 4 races. He only had 2 podiums. And then he also hit Piastri in Singapore. So... really...
Also, I mean, Monza.
Yes, Monza, of course. The undercut.
Yeah, the undercut. The bad pit stop and the undercut, yeah.
Yeah. So, oh my goodness, I wonder, do we have to relitigate this again?
No. Well, I would like to direct everyone to, if you are interested in our opinions on these controversial moments, go back and listen to the podcasts. Because I ain't going over it again.
No, but
because at times it was so draining, just all the papaya nonsense.
Exactly. Yeah. So
that was happening.
Yeah, I think this also turned the crowds against Lando, because I think until he was kind of, last season, I think everyone was hoping he would provide a challenge to Max, and I think he was sort of well liked by more or less everybody. But this season, people seem to turn against him, and
he had said 1 or 2 silly things.
Yeah,
telling Lewis that he only won because he was in a fast car or something.
Yeah.
And a couple of things that he said after Max's amazing drive in Brazil in the wet, and said it was just luck, not talent. That one was specifically
he didn't help himself.
Silly thing to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it was kind of he's not the sharpest tool in the shed, but he's a cheeky boy and we like it. But then I think there was a bit of entitlement there.
Yeah,
that people
I think
don't really like.
If you were we're not going to go over it, but just to, it did give the impression, if you weren't following F1 too closely, it did look like the team ordered them to switch places because of a slow pit stop. And it really gave the impression that the team were like really wanted Lando to win and weren't giving it like stopping us having a fair fight. Whereas in actual fact, I think they were trying to give us a fair fight. They were just really bad at at doing it.
Some of the decisions that McLaren made throughout this season were questionable at best.
Yeah.
And downright stupid at worst. So, yeah. All in the name of fairness.
Yeah, exactly. They just messed it up. Okay, yes. So Lando not looking great, but Piastri, this section of the season broke him, I think.
This is his downfall.
Yeah, so he had, okay, where was it? Yeah, Baku, right? Baku also had 6 red flags in the quali. Do you remember that?
Yes, and it made the quali last longer than the race. Yes, yes, I do remember.
What a crazy thing. But one of those crashes was Piastri, and that seemed to just break him. He crashed out there, stalled in the start. He crashed
in practice as well.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
He crashed 3 times that weekend, so not the best.
Yeah, had a bad start in the race.
State, I'd say.
Stalled, was at the back, was trying too hard, crashed out. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It broke him. Like basically, the next 6 races, he that costs him the championship. Basically, he doesn't like he won in Zandvoort, so you're like, oh, okay, he's in this. But yes, the next 6 races, Monza, Baku, Singapore, and also Kota, Mexico, Brazil, he didn't get a podium.
Yeah,
and this cost him the season. So whatever happened, whether just the car, whether just the mental pressure, or
told you, hexed.
Oh, you're hex. Yeah, that's also a viable option. I did wonder if it's maybe that he just never made a mistake before. That making those mistakes in Baku, he's just like, what?
Yeah.
So that's where Piastri is. This is the start of his dip. But some other people doing well. Hadjar got a podium in Zandvoort, his first podium in F1.
He did. Hadjodium.
Yes.
I got to witness.
The Hadjodium. Sainz got a podium in Baku, which was helped by Piastri crashing out and Lando. Lando also didn't do that well.
Lando messed up the qualifying there.
Yeah.
Pretty badly.
So
I remember a lot of talk of him not capitalising on
it.
And stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And what else? Yes, I wanted to say that it was around this time where Max got to move into GT3. And
yes.
I think this made him so happy that he won, like, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 of the remaining races. Of the 9 remaining races. So, that was some good. Like, Red Bull must have allowed him to do it.
A good side quest for him.
Exactly. And suddenly, I think the fact he got to do that must have made him happy. Oh, maybe they also fixed the car. But
yeah,
whatever.
I think maybe a couple of things came together.
Whatever happened, this was a big turnaround for him.
Yeah.
So he won Monza, he won Baku. So let's move on to the penultimate section, which is Kota in the US, Mexico, and Brazil.
Yes.
And in Kota, we finally got I called it a proper McLaren crash. And it turned out Piastri got the blame here, although I think it was... I think this is the one where Antonelli was up the inside. And
that was in the sprint race, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was during the sprint, exactly, yeah. So
so it didn't count.
No, but we got to see... we finally got to see what would happen if they actually came together. And one driver was more to blame than the other. And it impacted both of them. I mean, at this stage, McLaren had wrapped up the championship. I mean, they essentially wrapped it up like weeks ago. But so it didn't really matter that both cars got taken out, but we got to see. And then this led to a lot of tedious discussion on consequences and stuff because there was supposed to be minor punishment for Lando after Singapore, and then Piastri does this, and then are they going to punish both? Or are they just going to really hard? Yeah, again,
it was very tedious.
Papaya crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, we also saw Lando. He won Mexico and Brazil, but he got booed in Mexico, like really loudly booed, which seemed to give him inspiration. But I think, as I said, the crowds kind of interpreted it as favoritism towards Lando and that he wasn't winning it fair and square. So yeah, that was mad to see that. I really didn't expect that. But then Mexico, they do like booing people there. So.
They like booing people, but they also like to support an underdog in Mexico, I think. So anyone who is winning or looks like they might win, I don't think they enjoy. Because, I mean, I remember that they booed Max for a long time. They booed Charles that time, but that was because he crashed into Checo.
Yeah.
They are quite vocal about their support, let's say.
Yes, that was interesting. We should talk about Max in Brazil, pit to podium. That was really incredible. Despite what Lando said, that was really impressive.
No, he was talking about the year before. That was the year before.
Oh, it was the year before. So was it the wet?
Yeah.
It was the wet race the year before.
The wet race. Yeah.
Oh, Max has just done so many good things in Brazil.
I know, it's one of his tracks, isn't it? So
it's a home race for him.
Ish, yeah.
But also in Brazil, with Antonelli, he got P2 in both the sprint and the race. So after his dip in the kind of the European leg, he's back. He's finishing the season pretty strongly, and got P2, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, poor Gabby had a terrible weekend.
Yeah,
in his home race.
Exactly, big crash.
In fact, I think most of the rookies who had home races had a bad time because, think of Ollie Behrman crashing in Silverstone.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
In the pit lane, So I think any of them that had a home race didn't do very well.
Maybe it was the pressure
in that home race. So,
Antonelli, didn't he? The races in Italy, he was inviting his classmates and stuff.
Yeah, and he didn't do very well.
maybe they tried too hard to impress.
Jacques Villeneuve was calling him out and stuff.
Yeah. Not much else to say about these races. Just I mean, Piastri's continuing his bad time. With that crash out in the sprint in Brazil. But no podiums, as we said. And Lando wins Mexico and Brazil. So Lando was coming back hard. I think Lando must almost be in the lead at this stage. I think maybe it's after Vegas he takes the lead.
I think it's Vegas, yeah.
But he's coming back strong, and poor Piastri is not around. And so we come to the final three races: Las Vegas, Qatar, and Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
Not much to say about any of them in particular, but generally,
we saw something we never usually see in Las Vegas. What? We saw the full wet tyres.
Oh yes,
because of the wet quali.
That's right. Yeah, because I made a note earlier that there was some race which was delayed for 2 hours or something because of rain. Was it Belgium, maybe? So,
Spa.
Yeah. If in doubt, just get Spa, because it's always raining there.
Yes, it's always raining there, yeah.
But you're right, yes, full wet.
Full wet tyres.
They actually serve a purpose.
They actually do work, as intended.
Yeah, but, Well, apart from that, not much to say about them. Max wins all three of them. He's really strong in these races.
Yeah.
But in the end, as we'll discover, it's not enough. McLaren are committed to fucking up, is what I said. So, Vegas, they get disqualified.
Yeah.
And in Qatar, they got this strategy wrong. Everybody pits but them. Because they wanted flexibility. So, they are really committed to, getting the last race decider,
Yeah.
So really bad. And poor Piastri, I think, losing out in Qatar, because he would have won Qatar, I think. He was looking strong again, and I think that basically ruled him out of it. Even though technically he could have won it in the last race if Lando finished 6th or something, I think really realistically his chance was gone.
Well, Qatar is an Oscar track. That's where he got his first sprint race win. He's done well in every sprint race since then, I think. But just unfortunate for him that McLaren fucked him up, really.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They just got it so wrong.
Exactly. And for Lando, basically, he just needed to kind of get, P3 in the last couple of races.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't. He only had one podium in these races, which was in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, but that's the one that mattered.
Yes, that's the one that actually mattered. So really, I don't know, quite a mediocre end to the season for him.
Yeah.
He did what he needed to do, and in fairness, in Abu Dhabi, he did have to overtake a couple of people. Not as rivals, but a couple of people.
Yeah.
People like Yuki, who were, contractually obliged to try to take him out.
Yuki tried.
He did.
So hard.
He did.
No, it just was so shit.
But he did what he needed to do, and fair enough, okay. And so he won the World Championship. Max 2 points behind.
2
Incredibly
points.
Close. I mean, there were so many incidents
So close.
that could have led to that difference. And Piastri a bit further back. But still, all three of them very, very close.
Mm-hmm.
But that was it. That was how the season panned out.
Yeah.
I thought we would go through each team and kind of give a sort of, did they have a good or bad season? And I'll do it in reverse order of how the teams finished in the championship. So, poor Doohan, he only had 6 races. He got no points. His highest finish was P13 in China, which, it's well, there's not much to say. It's just sad.
Yeah,
Can't say good or bad. Just kind of unlucky and not given enough time, really. And the Alpine did not look good.
The Alpine was not good.
Then Colapinto came in.
Yep.
He did 18 races.
Also scored no points.
He's the only person who scored 0 points in those 18 races. Finished P20 in the championship, but he did have a P11 in the Netherlands, was his highest finish.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair enough.
No points, but almost points.
Almost points.
So,
well, it wouldn't have been almost points because he would have also finished P13 there if Charles and Lando didn't DNF in Zandvoort. So.
Oh yeah, of course.
Was it actually a good performance? Probably not.
No, but I mean, all the drivers will have benefit from that sort of luck over a season.
Yeah.
Actually, we'll talk about Gasly before deciding on good or bad seasons because he finished P18, so actually not that far away from Colapinto, but he did score points 5 times, or 7 times if you include sprints. And he did finish P6 in the Silverstone. So I think I would say Gasly had a good season.
Gasly had definitely a better season than his teammates.
Well,
but even taking into account the fact that the Alpine is just a pink tractor, the fact that he got like did he qualify P4 in Vegas or something?
Yeah, there was a couple of races where
pretty high. There's a couple of races where he was pretty high up, and it definitely turned it around. Yeah. So
I think he got the most out of that car that you could. So that's why I'm saying it's a good season for him. I think bad season for Colapinto.
But for Alpine as a whole, I'd say pretty bad.
Pretty bad season, but it does feel like they just sort of gave up on the season. Like pretty early, and they're changing their engine manufacturer next year. So, like,
I think Alpine have given up about 4 years ago, to be honest.
Yeah.
So they've just been going through the motions ever since, because that place is a shit show.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah. So they also had like management changes as well. So yeah, I think bad season for Alpine.
Yeah.
Then Sauber finished P9 in the constructors. Bortoletto finished P19 in the drivers, scored points 5 times and best finish of P6 in Hungary. And then Hulkenberg finished P11 in the championship.
Nice.
Scored points 9 times, including a podium. So, what are we saying there?
I think decent season for Bortoletto, considering he's a rookie.
Yeah.
He did have quite a bit of bad luck sort of towards the end of the season. But there were some performances that were pretty good. Yeah,
he was solid enough. He was he gave that kind of rookie. That's what you'd expect from a half decent rookie.
A rookie performance.
Yeah. I think maybe he was just overshadowed by the other rookies, which we'll come to.
Yes.
And then Hulkenberg.
Fantastic season for Hulkenberg.
Yeah, again, got his podium. Again, got the most out of the car that you probably can. I mean, yeah, I think good season for him as well.
Yeah.
And Sauber, well, the last season for Sauber because they're becoming Audi next year.
Yeah, no more
So
Sauber.
in a sense, it was a free hit for them, but I think they weren't trying that hard either at like upgrades and that sort of thing. So yeah, probably not a good season, but kind of what they'd accepted, I think. Let's move on to Haas. Behrman, he finished P13 in the drivers. Scored points 9 times, 10 including sprints, including 5 in a row. He scored points with the best finish of P4 in Mexico. And then Ocon, P15 in the drivers, again 9 points, scored points 9 times, finished best finish of P5 in China. So, yeah, good, really good season for Behrman, I think you have to say.
Very good season for Behrman, considering he's a rookie. Pretty mid-season for Ocon. Pretty Ocon
but it is, first season with a new team, like, if Behrman,
it's Haas.
It's Haas, yeah.
Yeah.
Which, if it wasn't for Alpine and Sauber, they would be the worst team. They must be so happy that the other two imploded. But yeah, Ocon, I mean, really overshadowed by how good Behrman has been. So
yeah,
I think we have to say just mid. We just say mid.
I'd say mid. I'd say mid, specifically for Ocon.
Yeah,
but
Behrman,
I think
great season.
Very good season for Ollie.
Yes, and Haas, yeah, about where you'd expect them to be.
Yeah. It's sort of, I'd say best of the bottom half.
Who? Haas?
Haas, yeah.
Okay.
Best of the bottom teams.
Yes.
As, evidenced by where they ended up. Well,
yeah, exactly. So both Aston Martin and Racing Bulls and Williams finished higher than them, but...
yeah. But I would say...
okay, you're calling them...
Controversially,
yeah,
I'd say that Racing Bulls are one of the top teams, controversially.
Okay.
But I would say midfield.
Right, okay, we'll come to them. But first, Aston Martin, Stroll, P16, scored points 6 times, best finish of P6 in Australia, or P5 you count the Miami sprint. Yes.
Just give up, man.
Exactly. Alonso, P10 in the drivers, scored points 10 times, 12 including sprints, and best finish of P5 in Hungary. Stroll, yeah.
Not bad for a rookie.
Yeah, so I think Stroll, bad season.
Yeah, but when's he ever had a good season?
Yeah, exactly. But even by his own standards, like, I don't know, he was just, bad. I mean, it's just what you expect from him, right? I mean, I think he got into some good positions with some clever strategy from Aston Martin, and then just couldn't completely capitalize on it. Yeah. Alonso, terrible luck. I mean, both real and imaginary. But finished pretty strongly to kind of, coming P10 in the drivers is actually not so bad.
Yeah, not so
for
bad.
Aston Martin to be in. The Aston Martin didn't look great. Yeah, what do you say? Bad to mid season for Stroll, and like mid to good season for Alonso. Or at least Alonso, he did. Again, he probably did maximise what he could with the car.
He got as much out of that car as he could.
Yeah. So yeah, good season for him then.
Yeah, pretty good season.
Yeah. So now we come to the Racing Bulls. Just 2 races for Tsunoda. We'll talk about him later. Lawson finished P14, scored points 7 times, and best finish of P5 in Azerbaijan.
Yeah.
Hadjar, P12 in the drivers, scored points 10 times, including a podium in Zandvoort. So Lawson, what do we say?
I think he definitely salvaged his season after the disastrous Red Bull start.
Yes, yeah.
And I think this is probably as best as he could have got. If he'd been in the car from the beginning, he probably would have been better.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's like, I think he's been a bit overshadowed by how well Hadjar has done.
Yeah.
But you can always make the argument that, like, if you put Lawson in there from the start, maybe he would also have kind of got to the level. Lawson does seem a bit more erratic. In fact, he got a penalty for erratic driving in one of the races.
Yes.
Hadjar has been a bit more consistent, I think.
Which is interesting, because Hadjar was always like a little bit hot-headed.
Oh, in
F2.
there's no way you could have predicted the season based on
exactly.
on that.
So I'm glad that he has managed to mature quite quickly in that space between going from F2 to F1. So really pleased that he's done well, and looking forward to see what he could do with the Red Bull next year. Probably not a lot, but we can always hope. But I'm still sad about Liam not being given a chance in the Red Bull.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that he's sticking around, just because I enjoy that kind of erratic style of driving,
Yes, he certainly did enough to kind of get
to stay there,
to stay one more season at least. So what do we say for Lawson? Mid to good season?
I'd say mid to good, yeah.
Yeah, as you say, kind of.
And I'd say pretty good for Isaac.
Really good for Isaac, yeah. Exactly. And the team, I don't know how do you even go about rating Red Bull or Racing Bulls, because they are the junior team. So should I? What would you even expect them to do? So they finished P6 in the constructors, but is that good? I don't even know. I can't.
I think that's pretty good.
Yeah,
I do think that's pretty good, because I think they always were in that sort of same level as like Williams and Haas.
Yeah.
In years past, like near the bottom. So for them to be kind of as high up as they are, there's been a massive turnaround there, and it's probably due to the drivers.
On the other hand, the other teams have maybe just got worse.
Maybe.
But I do think, like, anybody good, including like all the staff for Racing Bulls, they must just get poached by Red Bull, right? So
probably, yeah.
I think they've done pretty well for what they are. Yeah, and then so then we come to Williams, best of the rest out of the big four, if we're counting Ferrari in the big four. Finished P5. Sainz came in, finished P9 in the championship, scored points 10 times, but had 2 podiums in Baku and Qatar. Albon finished P8, so actually higher than Sainz. He scored points 11 times, and best finish
but no podium for him.
No podium, but he came P5 4 times. So yeah, and really a tale of like those two drivers. Albon was the one scoring all the points in the first half of the season, and then Sainz really came into it in the second half. So,
I think Sainz just needed a little bit of time to get used to the car.
Yeah,
and then once he did, it was Carlos Sainz again.
Yeah. So
proven good driver.
Yes.
In what turned out to be quite a decent car, to be honest.
Yeah.
So fair play to him.
The best of the rest.
And fair play to Alex for holding his own against Carlos, because
I think
that's a good season for both of them, to be honest.
Yes, I agree with that. I think Sainz really good season because came in, was a bit shaky at the start, which you'd expect, and then really proved his worth in the second half.
Yeah.
Alex, I think, just showed the same level of kind of consistently good. Yeah, although I think he was sort of overshadowed by Carlos in the latter half of the season. So but still a good season for him. And Williams together, two really good driver pairing. Fifth is as high as they could realistically imagine. So good season for Williams.
Strong drivers, and I'd say strong leadership as well under James Vowles, so hopefully return to form for Williams.
Yeah, he seems to be, exactly. Although, I mean, can they go any higher, I guess, is the question. But
we'll have to see.
We'll see, yeah, we'll see. So then we come to Ferrari. Hamilton finished P6 in the drivers, scored points 19 times. I'm not even going to think about the sprints anymore, except to say that Hamilton, he won
a sprint.
He won a sprint. He had a podium in the Miami sprint, and he finished P4 3 times. So not quite a podium. but almost a podium. And then Charles Leclerc, he finished P5 in the drivers. He scored points a lot of times, but podium 7 times. So, including P2 in Monaco and Mexico. So, I think Hamilton, bad season?
Bad season.
Yes.
Really not the best time for him.
I mean, still finished P6 in the drivers.
Yeah, and I think that's because he had some disastrous qualifyings, but some good recovery drives, in the same way that like Checo used to last year.
Yes.
He just doesn't get along in that car for qualifying, but in race trim, he's still Lewis.
He's still got, yeah, exactly. So I think, he's had a hard time adjusting to Ferrari, but I think he would have hoped for, I think, a podium at least.
Yeah.
Charles, on the other hand, I think he just got everything you could get out of that car. I think he did.
Charles
did a great job.
Too entrenched in Ferrari culture and stuff. Like, he knows that all their bollocks inside and out, So he can interpret and fight back against it, whereas Lewis isn't quite there yet. He's still learning.
Yeah. I think Lewis is learning that he has to do a bit more on his own. And, I think Charles has realised that now, and not afraid to kind of overrule and things like that. But no wins for Ferrari. So I think bad season overall for Ferrari. Just
bad, yeah.
Like, no real chance of a win either. So bad season.
No.
Then Red Bull, poor Lawson. He retired from the first race, finished P12 in the second, and then got moved on. Then Tsunoda comes in. He finishes P17 in the drivers. Only scored points 7 times. Best finish of P6 in Baku or P5 in the Qatar sprint.
Shocking,
and
honestly.
To contrast that, Max, 15 times he got a podium. Finished P2, obviously, in the drivers. And he won 8 races.
Yeah.
So, pretty big
massive disparity there.
Really the worst of all the teams in terms of disparity. So Tsunoda, I think, has had a terrible season. Just couldn't get on top of the car.
I've said this a lot, though. I don't rate Yuki as a driver. I think he's always been mid. So
yeah, but he couldn't even. He couldn't even
made him look worse.
Yeah, he couldn't even be mid in the car. Like, just.
Yeah, exactly. He just looked awful.
Yeah. And at some point, he must have been told he wasn't getting re-signed, and then
that will affect him as well.
Didn't help things, but really, just a terrible season and a bad way to finish his career, probably in F1. Although you never know. And then Max.
Well, we thought.
Good season for Max.
We thought Checo was done, but yes, very good season for Max. But I mean, standard season for Max.
Well, I think the Red Bull. I think he maximised. He got everything he could out of the car. I think the Red Bull really did not look good.
It was not a good car by any means, but he did his best. I think so, his best is
Exactly.
P2.
He really shouldn't have been in the fight for the drivers.
The fact is that he was 104 points down by Zandvoort.
Yeah.
He should not have been back in the fight, and he should not have come P2 by 2 points. There's no way. He did get lucky with some McLaren fumbles, I would say.
Yes.
But, also, it just shows you how good he is as a driver.
Yes. Yeah.
Probably the best of all time. But maybe that's just my bias.
Yeah, I mean, there's a strong argument for it.
I think this season's been a very strong argument for it.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, and then for Red Bull, a lot of changes. So Horner gone mid-season, Marco gone at the end of the season. New team principal. Really on like the car did not look good, and if it hadn't been for Max, I think they would have been competing with the Ferrari, I think.
Yeah.
So bad season for them, but maybe a season that needed to happen to kind of,
Yeah.
shake up the team, maybe bring in some new ways of thinking, new ways of doing things.
Yeah.
Okay, the Mercedes actually came P2 in the drivers.
Crazy.
Yeah, I didn't really see that. Antonelli finished P7, scored points 14 times, but got a couple of podiums. 3 podiums if we include the splits. And the best finish of P2 in Sao Paulo in the proper race. Russell, 2 wins, came P4 in the drivers and was on the podium 9 times. So, I mean, Antonelli, I think you've got to say good season.
Very good season.
Had the dip, but has come back strong from it.
Yes. So. And, we still got that little R in mind, rookie season. Yeah. We can't expect too much.
Rookie season
for a rookie, very, very good.
In a car that can win races, it turns out. A lot of pressure there, and I think he's done really well.
But to come P2 in a rookie season in a car that, should be getting wins, he's not Lewis Hamilton, Yeah. Could he have got a win? Maybe. But George will outclass him.
Yeah, George,
just because of the experience.
It's the experience, exactly. I mean, to even be half competitive, I think is already pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So I'm buying into the Antonelli hype.
Me too.
Next year, I think he'll run.
Next
Russell,
year's the one. He's gonna outdo George.
That would be fun. I hope so.
Yeah.
And then we come to McLaren.
Yes.
Piastri finished P3 in the end. 16 podiums, 7 wins. Lando, 18 podiums, but also 7 wins, and of course won it. And the team won it, the constructors as well. So
by a large margin.
Yeah, essentially double the points of everybody else. It's mad.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a huge margin of victory. So Piastri, I mean, it probably didn't feel like a great season, but I think you got to say it is a good season.
I think compared to his previous seasons, this has been very, very good.
Yeah.
But yeah, he had that mistake in Baku, and it just compounded.
Just seemed to break him.
And it's
which
is fine. It's a learning experience, right?
Yes.
Come back next year stronger.
Yes, the problem is, will the car be competitive? That's the only danger.
I mean, fingers crossed it's not. That's what I want, but, I don't want an Oscar.
I think he has really...
But, yeah.
Each season he's got better and better, and to run Lando so close, I think, is really good. Considering, the difference in experience between them. So, yeah, if the car's competitive next year, I would put him as a, I think I'd put him as a favourite.
Yes.
To beat Lando. But we'll see. Yeah. And then the team...
but we don't know, because winning the World Championship might have given Lando all the ego boost and, self-confidence that he needs to do it again.
Perhaps, yeah. We'll see.
Yeah.
Or it might be that he's achieved what he needs to achieve and sort of checked out. Not as driven as he was.
He is just Jensen Button again. Yeah, maybe.
Could be. Good. So that's all the teams.
Yeah.
I thought we'd finish the review by just kind of asking, how do you think the season will be remembered?
I'll remember it for Max's comeback.
Yeah. Yep. That's one of the things I've written.
I strongly believed in May of this year. I just want to point that out there, that I was still rooting for it in Miami. So, but yeah, also Papaya Nonsense.
Yes.
Probably.
That's another one that I've got written down.
Some of it. And Hulk on podium.
Yep, got that one as well.
The year that Nico finally got the podium.
Yes, that's pretty much what I've got. Do you think it'll be will it be harsh on Oscar to remember that he kind of lost that lead to Lando? I think it was 34 points.
I think in the same way that it's harsh to remember that Mark Webber also lost to Seb in a similar manner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah, maybe.
And I think, we'll remember it for Lando's first, maybe. win
Yep.
Of the constructors, but it wasn't that impressive. He did it by consistently scoring podiums, so I don't think he went more than one race without getting a podium.
Yeah.
So he always bounced back,
which
almost
we
immediately.
know is a boring way to win.
Yeah, exactly.
Being consistent.
Yeah, Fornaroli.
But I mean,
ban. Yeah.
I remember you saying at some point this year that you wanted Lando to win just to prove that you didn't have to have cutthroat mentality.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I'm still happy.
And
he did
I
win.
think that, I think that's a good thing to remember, is that maybe he isn't Michael Schumacher and he's not Ayrton Senna, but he's Lando and he's still managed to win in his own little soft boy way.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah.
Then the other contenders, I thought it might be remembered as a season where we had really good rookies. Because
lots of rookies as well.
Lots of rookies. None of them, maybe Colapinto.
None of them.
But none of them.
Yeah, I was going to say Colapinto. Doing.
Well, we never even
we'll
we
forget
hardly knew
doing.
Yeah,
we hardly knew.
We're not going to remember that. Then I also thought maybe is this the sad Hamilton? Will we remember this?
Sad Hamilton arc.
Yeah.
Depends how much worse he does next year.
Yeah, exactly. And similarly, I thought, could this be the end of Red Bull? They've lost Horner, they've lost Marco. It's
I think Red Bull are just allowed to have 4 drivers' championships in a row, and then that's it. And that's what they're allowed to have. So we'll see them again in 10 years' time, winning another 4 in a row.
Could happen, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's yeah. I think there's a few things to remember from this season. I think it was I think it was a pretty good season actually. Compared to at least some of the ones we've had in recent history.
A very, very exciting season.
Yeah.
We didn't know who was going to win coming into a weekend, only that it would be a McLaren.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. So that was our season review.
Mm-hmm.
Next week we'll probably do best of attack mode or something like that.
Best of attack mode next week. So
that will be fun.
You won't be hearing from us.
It is Christmas week.
It is Christmas, so yeah.
I mean, thank you for listening. If you have any comments or questions, our email address is theoutsidelinepod@gmail.com.
We are also on Blue Sky at The Outside Line Pod.
Otherwise, thank you for listening. Bye.
Bye.